It's a very interesting question because it really gives a person time to pause of just exactly what's going on in our society today. We have the television, we have games, we have children who are planned from morning until night. They never have a moment to actually have that childhood daydreaming and thinking, well, what should I do next? They have so many toys. They are so constrained by their parents and by the people who are their teachers and the way our society is today, that they're never allowed to just be. And that is exactly how I was raised. I was just allowed to be. In those days, it was very easy because there was no television. And the television, I think, does take your imagination away from you. So I was allowed to have a fertile imagination. I was not allowed to bring books into the house, so I made up stories. And so I was actually raised that way. I told my sister a story every night when we went to bed, and I was only 5 years old and she was 4. And this went on for many years, and I would tell a full story from beginning to end. So I was really a writer without writing it down on paper. And I think part of the subject matter that I deal with, which is actually the total subject matter that I deal with, is teaching people how to get rid of the ego and be your true self, which is your soul. The soul only has 2 emotions. It's either happy or it's sad. All the rest of the emotions are the ego. So now you know which ones to get rid of. It's very simple. The lovely part of my childhood where I was able to really experience my soul, just be the soul, was in the fact that our family had a cabin. It was a log cabin. It was in the woods. It was on a lake. And it was without electricity. We had kerosene lamps. And we had an outhouse. We had to go to a pump and pump water for drinking. And we had rain barrels so that we could use that for bathing and for washing dishes. And we had the lake, and we had running through the woods, and there was no toys. You just simply either swam or went exploring. And the ego, I think, is created in the mechanical world. It's created in the materialistic world. And so the comparison is that I was raised in a very small town of about 2,000 people, and there was no chance to get some kind of a phony personality because the environment was all natural.